when you leave this house, when you go into a public setting, you are the most stand-up person that you present yourself to the world. When you come here, then you can act crazy. You will be punished if you do some really dumb shit, but this is where you act crazy and you can embrace that. That is
I
fine.
I told the kids all the time, like, look, when you go out there, say, this is how I see it and how I grew up. I'm going to tell you
But
this.
you're
It's like,
you're
yeah,
you're a
like
lot
you.
more analytical too.
Mhm.
You're
I try to
Yeah,
be.
he's definitely
I
more
try to be.
autistic.
Yeah, fuck
yeah,
you.
no.
But anyways,
42 toothpicks on the ground. 42 toothpicks.
but I look at them and I say, look, so when we leave the house, yeah, this is it. So yeah, so we're gonna get in the car. So yeah, we're gonna goof the fuck around. We're gonna do whatever we want to do. You're gonna act how you're gonna be. But when we go in public, so yeah, you're not just yourself. So what you represent yourself of how you want people to look at you, and then you represent your mom and dad, and then you represent your grandfather and grandmother. Things like that. It's like this is how you look. This is how people see you, and this is how they'll put prejudgments on everyone around you that raised you. So, but do you want them to look at you and say, "Oh, your mom and dad are fucking shit," or do you want to look at you and be like, "Your mom and dad are fucking fantastic"? And I
Had
gave
that
them something that they
conversation.
care about, something because they like for all else they love their mother more than anything else, and that's what made them say, "I'm gonna be seen in a good light." Will they act up here and there? Of course, they're children, but then they ran it back in. Like I just look at them and they just ran it back in, and then they're good again. I was like, cool. And then we take it from like, okay, cool, you're doing good. And then they get these compliments from so many people, and they're like, I don't know who they are. They're just appreciating how you act and how you present yourself. So why? So because it's honestly in this day and age a lost sense of children being respectful and having manners and being able to say, you know what, that kid right there, I wish my kid was friends with that kid instead of the other kid. Kind of things like that. So then you could just show them good manners, good consistent basis and how to like behave right and say, what do you mean? Because I told you kids like from the beginning, I'm going to set you up for success for when you're older, no matter what, right? And like, yeah. So do you know what that means? Say, oh, when we get a job or anything like that, and they just like child standpoint. So that's exactly. So if you want a good jobs, yeah, can you act crazy and stuff like that in an office and keep your job? And they're like, no,
I
that doesn't
can.
make sense. And they're like, no, that doesn't make sense. Exactly. So you got to know when to turn it on and turn it off and make sure you keep yourself under control here and there.
It's
And
alright.
they're
I'll
like,
be fine. I'll make them all bling Terry.
that's fine.
I'm gonna
I'm
send my
okay with
kid
that.
to Camp Raider.
First off, I will take your kid, and unfortunately, you probably won't have a phone anymore afterwards. You'll probably have a paperweight.